A reporter working a story about a mass drug overdose in Chico was attacked while on Facebook Live.
This is disrespectful. Do you understand that?
Get the out of here! The reporter, Megan Mackey, says that she is still shaken up, but thanked law enforcement for their quick response. In the meantime, we're learning more about that mass opioid overdose that killed one person and sent 12 others to the hospital this weekend. Reporter Mugo Odigwe has the latest on the victims and the investigation.
It was rather frightening.
Barbara Lutz says seeing multiple first responders gathered in her neighborhood Saturday morning was unnerving.
They had 14 ambulances come in.
But she says she wasn't surprised when they stopped at this house.
We've seen the cars coming and going and maybe an exchange for drugs, you know. We figured it was that.
Chico police say the first officers who arrived on scene found 13 people suffering from a fentanyl overdose. One man died at the scene. 12 others were rushed to the hospital.
It can flat kill you and it can kill you in a heartbeat.
Chief Michael O'Brien says his department has had to deal with heroin, but rarely fentanyl.
New fentanyl at some point was coming. You know, it was kind of started on the East Coast and moving back to the Midwest and making its way back to the West Coast.
So in the last 6 months, his officers have been equipped with naloxone, an antidote. Still, he says that fentanyl is a new class of drug with deadly consequences.
That it doesn't take much to cause exposure. It can be absorbed through the skin. You can breathe it, all those types of things. So it's very, very dangerous. It's not like heroin.
According to the CDC, most cases of fentanyl-related overdose and death in the U.S. are linked to illegally made fentanyl.
Because you don't know where that stuff is coming from, what it's been laced with.
Now, as his department works to figure out where the batch of drugs came from, Chief O'Brien has this warning.
Never take anything you don't know what it is. Certainly illicit drugs. These are not dispensed from a pharmacy.
The chief says most of the 12 people who were rushed to the hospital on Saturday are now out of the hospital. He says the 4 who are in critical condition are still at the hospital, but are doing much better. In Chico, Mugo Odigwe, KPIX 5.